Avengers Infinity War is directed by the Russo brothers and stars Josh Brolin as the Titan King. I'm gonna let everyone know right away, like all my reviews, this is totally spoiler free. I'm taking extra precautions with this one. I get it. Avengers Infinity War is about Thanos, who decides to collect all of the Infinity Stones. Well, who gets in his way? Pretty much everyone. Joe and Anthony Russo are the guys who brought us Civil War and Winter Soldier, which are probably two of my favorite Marvel movies. I was really excited to see their direction with Infinity War, and overall they handled what's definitely the largest scale superhero blockbuster movie pretty well. The movie never felt slow, and it was able to include a ton of characters without that ever feeling forced. One thing I was definitely saying leaving the theater is that if there was a 3-hour or 3.5-hour director's cut of the movie, I would definitely be all over it. Upon thinking about it, maybe the movie needs it. First of all, Thanos was excellent. For a movie that really needed a good bad guy, Josh Brolin delivers. This might just be the best in the MCU. Dynamic, menacing, everything I could have wanted from a villain, and with some of the best motion capture I've ever seen, it just made his presence nothing short of chilling. I loved Thanos, and I loved Josh Brolin's ability to handle the weight of such an important character. Everyone in this movie felt like they were giving it their all. It was clear the stakes were the highest they've ever been, and you could see it in the eyes of every actor. I definitely wanted to see a lot more from a lot of people, but that's not really an acting gripe. Props to a movie having so many people in it, and everyone doing a pretty darn good job. The movie looked pretty spectacular. Most of the time. I think it could have really utilized that focused camera work in Civil War a lot more in this movie, and honestly I noticed the green screen more than once. Director of photography was Trent Opelok, who worked on the last 2 Captain America movies, but before that, he actually worked on District 9. I absolutely loved how more than one scene looked, but I don't think the movie was as focused as it could have been in this area. Infinity War was written by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, who, like most of the crew, worked on Winter Soldier and Civil War. Before that, they actually worked on Thor: A Dark World. As far as pacing, the movie was written in a way for scene by scene to just kind of work fluidly, and the time just flew by. I feel like that was one of my favorite things about the movie, but it may have been one of its faults. As fast-paced as it was, I felt like a lot of attention was averted from a few characters and plot points I really wanted to see more from. While it made a 2.5-hour movie feel like 2, I felt how the movie was written and later edited gave the movie a really fast-paced feeling that took away from the overall weight of it. The music is by Alan Silvestri, who has done a lot of great work. I actually talked about him in my Ready Player One review. The man clearly understands themes really well. In this case, he uses the themes of a lot of different superheroes to add to the broad spectrum of personalities on the screen. I think he's just another part of what helped weave this broad scope of superheroes together. So, was Avengers Infinity War the best superhero movie ever? Well, not quite. But it was really cool to see that many of my favorite heroes get together to fight probably the best bad guy we've had in the MCU. Regardless of some pretty clear flaws, I really loved Infinity War, and I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment about the movie if you had any thoughts yourself, and if you want to see more content like this, just go ahead and subscribe.